Our top story tonight at midnight, the city of Pocatello's public health emergency ordinance takes effect, which requires masks be worn in public places. Bannock County election officials spent the day recounting the ballots for one primary Republican race. The recount for the Bannock County assessor's race was requested by candidate Greg Cates as 3 votes, which is less than 0.1%, separated Cates and Deputy Assessor Anita Hymas. Today's recount showed that Cates had 4,582 votes, 3 more than originally counted. But Hymas had 4,584, 2 more votes than originally counted. This puts Hymas still in the lead, now by 2 votes. Both candidates have the option to appeal the results within 24 hours. Well, 2 people were arrested at the Idaho State Capitol building this morning. Robert J.R. Jones from Nampa and David Pettinger from Eagle both had warrants out for their arrest. Both are charged with disturbing the peace. Now, neither was arrested for any activity related to the Capitol today. Both warrants are from the Boise Police Department, and both men are currently in the Ada County Jail.
Cole Chevrolet dealership helped kick off the Pocatello Police Department's 2nd annual Give a Cop the Bird event. Cole Chevrolet donated $1,000 to the cause. The police department asks the public to donate either a frozen turkey or cash, which will then be given to the Idaho Food Bank.
Last week, the Pocatello City Council accepted a donation that will allow the police department to get a new canine officer. The police department lost its previous canine, Bart, in November. He was part of the department for 5.5 years. He was a narcotics and apprehension dog, and in 2018 was even rated 3rd best patrol dog in Idaho. When the Meter family of Phil Meter car dealerships heard about Bart's passing, they decided to donate $10,000 to help the city get a new canine unit. Today is the beginning of the Idaho Gives campaign, which raises money for hundreds of nonprofit organizations across the state. And we're featuring some of our local nonprofits that are part of it, including Habitat for Humanity in Pocatello. Its goal this year is to raise $5,000. Money raised will be used for housing projects and to help local veterans and seniors. The organization says overall they just want to be able to contribute to the community.
Well, one of nature's smelliest animals is joining Zoo Idaho as an ambassador animal. Puka was recently turned over to the Idaho Department of Fish and Game, who then took her to Zoo Idaho. Since humans raised Puka, she would have had a hard time surviving in the wild. She's now being cared for and trained by Zoo Idaho's staff to become an ambassador animal, meaning she'll be a part of education programs for the community about local wildlife and conservation issues affecting our ecosystem.
A group of animal lovers has started a new rescue program, and it's called Aid to Adoption Rescue. It looks to foster and help animals find their forever homes. One example is Sarge, who you see there. 2 of the group members are fostering him and helping him get back down to a healthy weight before they find him a permanent home. Now, we'll hear more about Sarge's story, his new foster parents, and the new rescue program tonight on KPVI News at 10. Bingham Healthcare is donating to the Idaho Falls Auditorium District. It announced this week the group is donating $400,000 to build the new 48,000 square foot auditorium venue. The auditorium district will have an arena capable of seating more than 5,000 people, as well as an event center and more meeting spaces. Tonight on KPVI News at 5, you may be seeing more patrols on the road as officers enforce Idaho's seatbelt law. And a new flight to California from Idaho Falls took to the skies today. KPVI News at 5 starts now.
You're watching KPVI News at 5. KPVI News at 5. News that works for you.
Good evening and thanks for watching tonight. I'm Matt Davenport.
And I'm Misty England. Our top story tonight, Bonneville County and Power County Sheriff's deputies are taking part in a statewide effort to increase seatbelt use in Idaho. Now through Memorial Day weekend, additional patrols will be going on in high traffic areas to enforce Idaho's seatbelt law and educate drivers about why it's important to use them. According to the Idaho Transportation Department, in 2020, there were 86 people killed in crashes in Idaho that were not wearing seatbelts. Seatbelts have an effective survival rate of almost 50%. Grants through ITD's Office of Highway Safety are helping to fund those extra patrols. Well, here's a word I think we're familiar with, Doug. Wind. I think that's back on the agenda.
Yes, definitely back on the agenda. It's been kind of windy all day long. Well,
Teton County, Wyoming is working to improve the gravel section of Spring Gulch Road next week. Monday and Tuesday, the road will be closed to install a large culvert from Riva Ridge and Bar BC Road. Area construction is expected to continue into early July. You can contact Teton County Engineering with questions.
A new flight to California from Idaho Falls took to the skies today. The inaugural Allegiant flight from Idaho Falls to Orange County kicked off today with a traditional water salute that consists of airport firefighting vehicles shooting arches of water over an aircraft as it taxis along the runway. With the addition of this new flight, Allegiant now offers nonstop flights to 6 destinations, the most of any airline at the Idaho Falls Airport. The new flights will operate twice a week on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
The Portneuf Health Trust Amphitheater has announced more performances this summer. Brent Scallions and Josie Scott will be in Pocatello July 8th, performing the best of their albums, Fuel and Saliva. Craig Morgan has made a name for himself as a country music icon, TV personality, outdoorsman, and Army veteran. He'll be hitting Pocatello July 9th. Tickets are available starting tomorrow, the 19th, at idahoconcertseries.com.
Idaho's Hometown Hero Medal Ceremony and Gala is back for its 10th year after 2 years off due to the pandemic. This year's theme is Resilience in Uncertain Times. The selected medalists will be honored at the celebration September 10th at the Stevens Performing Arts Center in Pocatello. Nominations are open now and will be accepted until July 30th at jrmfoundation.org.
Applications are also currently being accepted for an upcoming event at Station Square in Pocatello. The Squared Investors Pitch event will be September 17th. This free event will cover how to get funding for a business. To submit an application, go to squaredinvestorspitch.com.
The Idaho Museum of Natural History on Idaho State University's Pocatello campus is offering free admission to active military and their family. Starting this Saturday, May 21st, Armed Forces Day, and ending September 5th, the museum will join others in the 13th Summer of Blue Star Museums. That program gives free admission to those currently serving in the United States military and up to 5 of their family members. Uncle Jim's restaurant in Pocatello has been sold. The current owners posted on the restaurant's Facebook page that their last day will be Sunday, May 29th. The current owners have ran Uncle Jim's for 20 years. They said the new owners will announce their plans and opening dates in the future.
Call it Christmas in May for one classroom at Ingham Elementary. There were a lot of surprised faces this afternoon as first grade students returned from recess to Miss McKee's classroom. Students found wrapped packages waiting for them on their desks. These presents were from the Idaho Lottery and their classroom wish list program. Today, it was more than $1,800 in classroom supplies for Miss McKee's classroom. As the students opened the gifts, they found a new printer, a laminator with laminating pouches, dry erase markers, storage bins, magnetic letters, and more. These items will help Miss McKee start up a new classroom program.
I want to institute a science of reading program, and it had lots of color copies that needed made, and I didn't have a printer, and so I asked for a printer and paper and lamination and organization things and poppers with alphabets on them, and just fun activities for the kids to work with reading, just different hands-on things.
Members of the Idaho Lottery Commission and staff joined Executive Director Jeff Anderson in making the presentation. Money for the program comes from the lottery's VIP club members who can donate their points to the program. Idaho teachers can submit their wish list to the Idaho Lottery's website and the Lottery Commission, and staff will then pick a teacher's list and buy the items on their list.
I think it shows you what teachers, what they have in their heart for their children and the people of Idaho. And we're just trying to do our small part to shine our lamp, if you will, in a place where people can use it to shine their lives.
And if you are an Idaho teacher and would like to submit a wish list for next school year, you can find a link on this story on our website at kpvi.com.
You can still hit the lanes with KPVI. We've extended the deadline to sign up for Rally in the Alley happening this Saturday. We still have team spots available for the charity bowling tournament, so we'll continue taking entries this week. It's $120 per team, 4-person teams. Pick up and drop off entry forms at KPVI, Cole Chevrolet, Cole Nissan Kia, or Family Services Alliance. All money raised from the event goes to help Family Services Alliance and victims of domestic abuse. And we have a lot of awesome raffle baskets and prizes that we'll be giving away, so be sure you get signed up today. Well, we'll take a look at the issues and dangers of synthetic opioids across eastern Idaho. That's coming up next, but first let's check in with Doug Iverson. Doug.
And we're taking a look out the weather window. Seeing a little more than just clouds. In fact, reporting light rain up in Salmon right now. As this front gets closer, and it's a strong one, we'll talk about the forecast there and what you can expect in your neighborhood coming up.
You're watching KPVI News at 5 with Matt Davenport, Misty England, and East Idaho's chief meteorologist Doug Iverson. KPVI News at 5, news that works for you. And now Storm Tracker weather with East Idaho's chief meteorologist Doug Iverson.
All right, thank you very much, Doug. Well, law enforcement continues to see a rise in drug cases and overdoses. A special look at what local agencies are doing coming up.
You're watching KPVI News at 5. KPVI News at 5, news that works for you.
The increase of overdose deaths caused by synthetic opioids is at a record high nationwide and here in eastern Idaho.
KPVI News that works for you journalist Kylie Gibson has been researching this issue locally for the last few weeks, and she joins us now live from the newsroom with more on this crisis. Kylie.
Across the country and in Idaho, law enforcement agencies continue to deal with a rise in drug cases and overdoses, specifically fentanyl. This is the first of a three-part series called Fighting Fentanyl. I'll have part 2 of this series looking at how law enforcement deals with fentanyl in the streets. That's tomorrow on KPVI News at 5.
All right, thank you very much, Kylie. Kids in child care may not be as active as they should be. More on that in health news that works for you.
A new study finds that many children in child care facilities are not getting enough exercise. Researchers from Cincinnati Children's Hospital Medical Center watched almost 100 child care centers and 131 Head Start programs. They found that only 43% of those programs met guidance for both the number of outdoor activities and the duration of those opportunities. The study also saw children were sedentary for considerable periods of time. National guidance recommends that young children get at least 2 daily outdoor activity opportunities lasting between 60 to 90 minutes.
And a new case study warns people to watch how much herbal supplements they take. The case report described a 56-year-old woman who started a regimen 6 times the recommended dose of hemp oil and mixed in berberine. She started experiencing dizziness and fainting and was diagnosed with a dangerous heart arrhythmia. Doctors found the cause was the herbal supplements. Well, few people around the world are choosing to light up. The new Tobacco Atlas was released today. It's produced through a partnership between the American Cancer Society and Vital Strategies, a global public health group. It revealed the number of cigarette smokers worldwide is down for the first time ever. There are still 1.1 billion cigarette smokers in the world, and 200 million more people still use other tobacco products. Well, McDonald's is adding another item to their menu just in time for summer. Details coming up.
You're watching KPVI News at 5. KPVI News at 5, news that works for you.
Get out the drool bucket. Okay, vanilla soft serve ice cream, yes.
Yep.
Chocolate covered pretzel bits,
Yep.
yes. Topped with
Yep.
caramel swirl.
Oh, sold. This is McDonald's new chocolatey pretzel McFlurry. It goes on sale starting May 25th. The company calls it the perfect combination of salty and sweet. It's the second sweet eat added to the menu recently with the glazed pull-apart donuts that were released earlier this month.
I'll take one of everything. Oh,
Yum.
man, that looks tasty.
Anything with caramel, I'm sold.
Absolutely. Caramel or caramel?
I say caramel.
Caramel.
I don't know.
I don't know. All right, Doug, let's take a look at our brainstormers question.
Everything you could put in ice cream. I'll tell you what, you had me at that at least. Brainstormers today, true or false? More than halfway through the month, and it has been warmer than usual so far.
Ooh, I'm gonna go false on that one.
False.
I haven't even turned on my sprinklers. I'm going false as well.
And Kiana, she's thinking the same thing, false.
Okay.
And it looks like that's kind of the leaning, quite a bit of the leaning on Facebook, 80%. Good job, everyone. Slightly cooler than usual.
Yes, but I'll be turning them on this weekend. All right, thanks for watching. We'll see you back here at 10.